I think so. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
And
And
of course, I
Claude
go
went
sideways just in time.
Everything goes sideways as soon as Claude takes over.
That's the way it is.
Hope
That's
everybody's
just the
doing
way
well.
it is.
That is the oddest thing, because I think your camera is the only one I've ever seen do that.
I know, and it's weird. And this is a new phone, and it's still doing it.
Yeah,
And
it's got to
I
be
don't know why.
operator.
Probably, most likely, that would be the most explainable reason. Anyway,
Yeah.
so Steve Arnold, I hope you're feeling better, man.
Yep.
I was going to text you this morning, and I thought, I don't know what time you're getting up nowadays. I'm assuming it's the same time, but I hated to wake you up and bother you, but
He's
hope you're
awake.
doing better. And we go, come on the show. Hop on this morning.
He's grumpy.
He's
Well,
grumpy.
I
Well,
mean,
we'll
if
fix
he
that.
doesn't feel like it, then
Yeah.
he doesn't feel like it, and we shouldn't try and press.
Yeah, you don't have to come up if you don't feel like it. Anyway, good morning, everybody. We got Almar, Bernard, Brad over there at BM Coleman. That's Willow Creek, Digger Evans, Gerald Stewart, Grandpa Rails, Rob T-Man, Steve 87, Steve Arnold, Steve Childers, CB&Q Mark, a Wigwags, a Workshop, and I think that is it. CR Brew. I am not sure who he is, but good morning.
Well,
Welcome.
Yeah, they changed everybody's name. I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed everybody. YouTube changed everybody's name. Volkster 19. Don't know who you are, but good morning. They changed everybody's name. If you have a different name than your handle, like you have two options. You have your handle and your channel. You can go into them and change them any way you want if you want to know. Steve Sherrill, I think Steve's train Waybills is here too, right?
Yeah, he
So-
was.
Yeah. But I didn't see him pop up on participants. But anyway, good morning, everybody. But you can change it if you want to.
Yeah, and good to see everybody.
Good to see Claude back from his vacation.
I had a good vacation. Well, until the very end where my knee blew up on me. But other than that, yeah, I had a good vacation, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to join the show last week when I did, but the Wi-Fi worked pretty well for the most part. It was sketchy here and there on the ship, but
Mine is always sketchy, even though I'm wired in. So
yeah. Well, we get a couple of free days because of our status with the cruise line. So I always save it for the last day anyway to see what the weather's going to be like going home. But yeah, our driving down and driving back was good. So that wasn't a problem other than, going through traffic. But we had a good time. Anyway, Steve says 2 weeks post-op, I'm still in a bunch of pain. Damn, dude.
Yeah, it sucks. You'll get through it, Steve. Don't worry. You got to go through the pain to get to the other side. I know you don't want to hear that, but
Yeah. Yeah, that it sucks. And like I say, the older we get, the longer it takes to
longer it takes
to
to heal.
recover.
No doubt about that.
you can't do nothing about the fact that you're an old man now, Steve.
We can't. Well, there's only one thing you can do, and that's not good. So, anyway, well, Steve, hope you get to feeling better, man. When you get together and talk again,
Give me
when
drunk.
you're feeling like it, holler at me. But anyway, yeah. So I haven't done anything this week on the railroad, but this week I shall get up and start tearing out some more.
Do you still have a lot to do?
Well, it's where it was when yeah, that's right, Steve. It's where it was when Roy and Steve were here taking stuff out.
So did they get done a lot of stuff for you? Did
They
have-
took a bunch of stuff out. Yeah, they took out All the bridges, the snow shed. So both bridges in the front. Did they take the bottom bridge? I think they did. I think they took all the bridges and the snow shed. And so there's a lot of hole up there now. But it's going to be a lot easier to tear some of that out, the mountain out now. What I need to do first is go in and take the rest of the structures off of the layout before I do any more demolition. Because I'm running out of places to put all that stuff. And so I gotta get those and get them in boxes and get those stored in the shop. So then I can go in with the saw and just start cutting stuff up. But it will, what they did is going to facilitate what I need to do. So,
Yeah, well, that's good.
and Dennis, you didn't come by this week. You were supposed to come. Were you up training this week?
I was at training, and I won't go into the training. Let's just say the title of the training and what the actual training was not quite. There was an expectation based on the title. What I actually got was something quite different. It was a 24-hour block of training. Most of the time, a 24-hour block of training, the last 8-hour day of the 24-hour block of training is maybe 6 hours, sometimes maybe even 4. This was 8.5 full hours. It was almost dark by the time we got finished, and I wasn't going to get home until 10 o'clock at night. So I'm not going to bother Claude. I'm just going to straight for the hills.
You're always welcome in that kind of situation. You can stop by here and use this as a hotel room. We got the room upstairs. So
well, but then I wouldn't have made my 40 hours for the week. I was only going to make my 40 hours for the week, which I suppose I still would have gotten paid for the drive home anyway. But waking up in your own bed and being able to go out and hit the model railroad room first thing of the morning is appealing to me.
True. But it sounds like your training was clickbait. You should have been ready for that.
Well, it was called Advanced Investigations, and I was looking forward to it. And what it really was here's how to fill out a search warrant, like ad nauseum, like 3 straight days of example search warrants. And I'm like, got it. After you talked about the first one, we don't need another 15. Just was not impressed.
Yeah. Yeah. Steve said, here we go. Sounds like his hazmat courses he used to teach. Yeah.
Oklahoma train show. There's a train show in Oklahoma.
That's this coming weekend. Yep.
Yeah.
Today?
No,
I believe it's next weekend.
I think it's next weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be like the 13th, 14th, something like that.
Yeah.
I want to go, but I'm not sure. I think I'm on call that weekend, and if I get more than 30 minutes from my vehicle, then I can't really respond appropriately, so I might not be able to go.
Well, let me know if you're going, Dennis. If you're going to be there for sure, let me know, and I'll come down.
Yeah, I want to go because I need some road bed. I need some HO scale road bed, and
good luck.
I know but I think that there should be some at the show somewhere. You know,
I've heard some pretty good things about the new Walther's foam road bed.
I haven't tried foam road bed. I guess I don't know that I care what kind of road bed it is, as long as it's
once you
the correct height.
Once you cover it, you'll never know what it is. I mean,
right.
Yeah, but I've heard some good things about it because the cork is so hard to get right now, or it has been. I don't know if it still is, but I don't know.
I haven't had much luck finding it on eBay. I think, if you have a store that has it, if you have kind of a go-to store that has kept it in stock, like I bet I will be able to find some at Whistle Stop in Oklahoma City. But, I haven't gone on their online store to see if they have any.
Yeah, I think Yankee Dabbler got some in.
Yeah, because I couldn't find any. I think I even went to the Midwest Direct, and I don't think they even had any, if I remember right.
Wow. Well, I haven't been over to Hobby Town. Why are we backfeeding so bad?
I don't know. I don't hear a backfeed.
I'm hearing a double audio.
I hear it from you, Claude. I don't hear it from Dennis.
I know. I don't know why that is.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, I don't even hear it from Claude. But it wouldn't be a show if we didn't have technical issues of some kind, right?
But yeah, I haven't been over to Hobby Town. They almost always have a bunch of cork rope bed.
Thanks, Steve.
But there again, I haven't been over there for a while.
Where's Whistle Stop? Is that in Oklahoma?
Oklahoma City, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're going to be there for sure, let me know.
Okay.
And I'll bring some of that stuff down and give to you.
So, what's this I hear about Jerry driving a real live steam engine?
Yeah, so last Sunday, Pioneer Tunnel Coal Mines up in Ashland, PA, they had a throttle day. It was a Saturday and Sunday. They do it twice a year to raise some money. And Nathan DeLay and myself got to operate one. You pick a time, and that's it. So I bought my tickets like 5 months ago. I bought my ticket 5 months ago because they sold out. They sell out because you only get a half an hour. So they start, I think, at 8:00, and I don't know when the last train was, 3:00, 4:00, something like that. So you get half an hour, and it's 3/4 of a mile. So you run up 3/4 of a mile, come back 3/4 of a mile. It's 040. There's video on my channel. 040 little narrow gauge coal fired steam engine. It was pretty cool. A lot of
Was it a 3-foot narrow gauge or a 30-inch or
30? I can't remember. 34, something like that. I can't remember. 42, somewhere in there. It's a narrow gauge, though. I don't know. I asked them, and then I just totally forgot about it.
Was it a full-sized steamer just on? When I say full size, I mean even.
Well, I mean, full size. I mean, it's kind of like a tank engine, sort of.
It had a saddle tank where was the water tank over the boiler, or was there a tender?
No, the water tank was over the boiler. So there's no tender. There's no, they shovel coal in each trip. There's nowhere to store coal. It's, I don't know what you would call it, a little porter, maybe. I don't know. It's not, I mean, when you say it's big, but, it's an 040 narrow gauge, it's not like,
Yeah, well, any narrow gauge equipment's going to be smaller than something that obviously a freight train would be pulling. It wasn't built for like, I'm trying to think, like that they've got quote unquote steam engines at like an amusement park in Branson, Missouri, that I think might actually run on real steam, but they're not. They were never built to actually be a steam locomotive.
Oh yeah, no, this was a working steam locomotive. I mean, it was from 1920s, 19 somethings.
So you got to release the brake and
everything,
the Johnson bar and the reversing lever and
bar. Yeah, everything. Yeah, you did everything. You didn't like nobody was helping. It's not that hard, really. At least this isn't. Okay. They do all the work of bringing it up the
Right.
pressure and all that stuff, and you're just, releasing the brake and pulling the Johnson bar and pulling the throttle. It's like I said, there's a really good video on Nathan DeLay's channel where I shot him operating it in the like I tried to like reach over and get in the cab while he was under instruction. So there's a guy on there with you that shows you what to do, and you're not out there by yourself. And it was really cool. I mean, it was $75. Uh, where are you going to get to do something like that for $75? And it was for a good cause. So, I mean, did you wear
And the out and back trip was 30 minutes, give or take.
the whole thing was 30 minutes? Yeah. So you go.
I could think of a lot of things I've spent more money on,
Right. Yeah.
for less value.
You're like the whole experience. Like, I mean, on my trip, I didn't shovel coal, but everybody else I watched shovel coal. For whatever reason, I didn't have to shovel no coal. But yeah, so you go out, sit out there for a little bit, and then you come back, and it's all upgrade. The track is like horrible. It's like, you're like this, and you're standing up. You're not sitting down, right? So you're like, you'd be cruising along, and you're only like walking pace. You're not doing like 10 or 20 or maybe 5 miles an hour. I don't know. There's no speedometer in it. So like you're just cruising all along all of a sudden, and then you're like this, and you're like trying to hold on, and like, everything's hot in there, right? So like, I got my hand on the brake, right? And the handle's made out of wood, but the shaft is metal, and that's hot, right? So like you're holding, oh damn it, you're controlling the throttle, and it was an experience. It was like, if you have the opportunity to do it, do it.
Yeah.
Because it's something you will remember the rest of your life. Like, it was really cool.
It would definitely help put things in perspective as to the luxury that we deal with and take for granted every day.
Yeah, and there's, all day, I can't, no gloves. No, I didn't bring gloves. I can't imagine doing that for like 8 or 10 hours a day, like up and back on the mountain. So it was a coal mine. They didn't go into the coal mine with the engine, but they brought out, I don't know, I guess
overburden, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it went to the end and dumped stuff. I don't really know.
Might have brought raw, unprocessed ore to go to a sampler or a mill.
I don't know. So like you could do. There was two trips, right? So like not that day, but so this steam engine pulls these open cars, and you can ride up and ride back as a passenger. This day there was no cars hooked up to it. But then there's the mine tour too. They have a little mine tender and these little cars that go in the mine and take you into the mine, and you get to see what the mine is like. That's crazy.
Was that 18-inch, or do you know?
It's the same gauge, I think. I'm not really
Really?
Sure. Yeah. So there's video on my page where I walk into the mine a little bit. You see the track, and see how it's held up. But that day, I didn't ride into the mine. I didn't take that little trip. But it was cool. It was definitely cool. In the middle of nowhere, like on a mountain.
How far of a drive was it for you?
2.5 hours. Claude, you lost your audio. Yeah, no audio, Claude.
He's not muted.
No.
Huh. That'll be different.
Yeah. You'll figure
Yeah,
it out.
that's cool. That's very cool because I don't know if there's anywhere within driving distance of me where a person could ever do something like that.
Yeah, I don't know many places that will let you do that. Now, like I remember when 611 came to Stroudsburg, like they had things like that there. Like you could take the throttle of 611, but it was $1,400.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if you want to, you can go to the Friends, the Commerce and Toll Tech, and go to Chama and actually take lessons. Man, what's wrong with the audio? Take lessons. The first one you have to take is the fireman's course, and they'll give you the full course on how to be a fireman. And then you can take the engineer's course. Now they're not cheap; they're $4,000 or $5,000 for a week, I think.
Yeah.
But if you really, really wanted to do it, you will do it, and they'll take you up on the mountain. You'll drive the thing up on the mountain. So,
Geez, it might be cheaper just to drive all the way to Pennsylvania and operate this thing for
It
75 bucks.
probably would be, yeah.
well, it'd be a lot more immersive with the other one, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but like doesn't like I mean maybe it would have been nice to know what all these valves did, but you know, I can't
Well,
remember the gauge of the track, so I'm not going to remember all these knobs. So I mean, like, it's pretty basic,
Yeah,
Brake,
everything else
brake,
would fall under the
bar,
engineer or
throttle.
the fireman's
Yeah,
deal to know, injectors and things like that. And
yeah, but they do have the full class up there if you want to take it. But it's last I saw it was just under $5,000, but that's been a couple of years ago that I looked at it. Not that I was going to do it; I was just reading about it.
where can you go to run a diesel engine?
no.
Oh, that's easy. If Dave Todd and Steve Arnold can do it, anybody can.
No, but where can you go? I don't know if anybody has any like.
No.
Oh,
I went
that-
to the Oklahoma City that they've got a train museum there,
I don't know.
and I climbed up in a RS3, I think is what it was, if I remember right, and sat in the seat in it, and I was like, I could drive this.
Yeah, there's
Just by looking at what was available there. If
Yeah.
I had the key, I was confident that I could have drove that thing away.
I have the diesel engine key Steve gave me.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to borrow that and go try that out.
Well, I'm not sure that this thing would ever start.
So Steve says Portola, California, you can operate one. So like Pennsylvania Railroad Museum, like you can climb up into diesel engines, steam engines, so to get a feel of what it looks like, but you can't operate one. Well, you know how you can operate things is go volunteer at a railroad museum, and one day you can operate trains there. That's how you can operate.
Well, in the case of the Cumberson Toll Tech, the engineers, I'm sure, turn over after a while.
Yeah.
It's all volunteer work. As far as I know, they don't pay the engineers either. So there's always a place for somebody to come in and learn how to do it and continue on with what they're doing there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's the case with everything. Trolley museums I go to, if you volunteer, you can become an operator, and if you want to truly operate, that's your way to do it.
To get there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to be local to be able to do something.
Yeah, you got to be local. I mean, you're not going far. I mean, I do know a guy, man. He lives here. He lives in Pennsylvania. He works for the Long Island Railroad, and he volunteers at different museums all over. He volunteers as far as Texas. So he drives down to Texas, and he volunteers at this museum down there. are like a tourist railroad, and he operates.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I talked to guys that were from Southern California that were at the Cumbers and Toltec.
yeah, there's
They
guys
come
that,
up there for 2 weeks every summer or
yeah, they,
twice a year
it's their
and
vacation.
volunteer.
It's their vacation.
Yeah.
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 I could see doing that. Yeah.
I mean,
Now
yeah,
it's all on their dime. They don't get paid anything. They don't get room and board.
get paid nothing, but it's fun. It's, you get to experience something that probably every model railroader would love to experience, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You get to learn everything about it. It's
Well, and I would have loved to done it just to be in the process of repairing a wooden cars,
yeah, yeah,
getting in and doing that, working woodwork because I used to do a lot of woodwork. So
yeah. So
I
that's
would have loved to have done that, but I'm not going to go out for two. The wife wasn't going to let me go for 2 weeks a
yeah,
year to do that.
yeah,
So I would have had to live there, but
yeah,
or at least close. But
yeah,
yeah, I mean they do all that stuff. Build the buildings, redo the buildings, track work,
yeah.
everything.
Yeah. So if you're fortunate enough and there's a museum close by you, you go volunteer there.
Yeah.
You don't have to, it's not like you're committed to going every week or every month. You show up when you want to show up. I mean, it's not like, they don't say you got to come every week.
Nope, they've got in their case they have slots where you sign up for.
Yeah.
I don't know what is wrong with this audio.
But yeah,
Mm.
it's fun.
Yeah. There was a video that posted either this morning or last night. I don't know, might have been 2 or 3 days ago as far as that goes. But Whitcraft, I think is the name of the channel. And he covers in Toltec, and he may even do Durango and Silverton as well. But they ran a train. I didn't really pay attention to where they left and where they went. They did the whole line or just halfway. But every car that they had on that train was a restored Denver and Rio Grande. They had like 3 Gramps oil tankers, 4 stock cars, a whole slew of box cars, and 3 or 4 gondolas, and 2 cabooses.
Yeah.
And it was about 20 cars, and they were all, period accurate, and I assume the real thing that ran as late as the 1940s or whenever.
Yeah, if you go to Chama, you'll see the station where the station is, and they load the passenger trains. And they've got some old box cars sitting there that they have some stuff in for display purposes that are right there by the station. But south of there, they've got quite a bit of track and yard tracks back there that's full of old, dilapidated cars of all kinds. And so when they get done with one, they pick another one, they pull it up there, they tear it apart, and they redo it, and they rebuild the thing back up to what it would have been. It's a pretty neat process as far as how they do it and stuff, but it's all, like I say, it's all volunteer work, donations and volunteer work. So if you like doing that kind of thing, of course, it's Shaman, New Mexico is not near any place, so it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Not too terribly far from Santa Fe, but it's just not next door to Santa Fe either.
Is there
But-
like lodging close by, or is it far?
Oh, there's hotels and stuff in town. Yeah.
We
And there's
stayed at a
probably
bed
some
and breakfast.
bed and breakfast or something like that there. But Chama is not a very big town.
Right.
Neither is Antonito, which is the northern end of the line. But yeah, there's places to stay there. Yeah, I saw that.
I don't think she would want you to leave for 2 weeks, would she?
No, she wouldn't. She might say she does, but she wouldn't.
So when your phone does that, what do you do? Like you're
Can't
grabbing
you
it?
just hit your lock screen?
I haven't gotten in there. I need to. Hang on here. I'll do that while y'all are talking.
You should be able to orientate it to landscape and then hit your lock screen.
Wonder why it keeps slipping though. What's it doing, man?
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
I have never seen a phone do that. Once mine goes, once you tip it sideways, if you don't mess with it again,
Yeah.
it stays in that orientation. It's the weirdest thing in the world that his for some reason thinks it needs to right itself constantly.
Well, it's the same reason I have audio problems every week. And it's always a different problem. It's never the same
Isn't
problem.
it a brand new phone though?
Yeah.
That my phone's like it's probably pushing 5 years old now. Of course, I don't know. I've never tried to stream with it either, but
Well, my old phone didn't do it. My
no,
iPhone
your
11
old
didn't do
phone
it.
did. Yeah.
Maybe do you have your old phone still? Can't you just use that?
No.
You got to keep one of them around, Claude,
Oh,
especially
I've still got it here, but I can't. I'm not going to use it.
if it's a good one.
What's Anderson say?
Let's do this here. Grid level. Depth control, creative control, camera mode.
See you, Bob. Have a good day.
I see nothing that says
A caboose,
how it sets up.
a real caboose.
You should be able to like swipe from the corner and open up your, I don't know what you call it, the settings screen, and there should be a padlock on there.
Yeah.
And if you're orientated to
is that the screen lock?
landscape, it should stay in landscape mode if you're in that mode.
Okay, well, we'll see. Okay, hang on here. Now we're going to do that. It didn't change it. Okay.
Well, if you lock it before you turn it, then it won't
Well, I unlocked it though.
right itself.
Okay, so it's unlocked. Oh my goodness.
Oh, boy.
The adventures of my phone. Well, it's entertaining if nothing else.
Oh yeah, real entertaining.
Okay, so
And what's going on with your railroad?
Well, you know, I
So your
did
video.
some.
How's the shoe?
Huh?
How's the shoe making going?
It looks good. It still looks like a high top to me, but I've got some ideas. I'm gonna mess around with it. But I have gone in and added some cardboard lattice work, and I've gone over the top of it with this.
Right.
And then painted this with yellow glue, a watered down yellow glue. And now I've got
Is it pretty hard?
It's hard enough that I think if you wanted to make that a scenery base, maybe further away than what, you know, I don't know that I would want that right on, you know, where someone was going to go, hey, what's that?
Yeah.
No, I don't know that it's strong enough for that by itself, but I think you could paint that and then put dirt on top of it and it would be fine. You know, if it represented the landform you wanted, I think you could do that. Now I plan on putting plaster cloth on top of it to give it more strength, and then blend it in with fast mash or whatever, Sculpt-A-Mold, whatever, to kind of blend it into the rest of the area.
So I was thinking, you know how you were talking about the rock being too close to the track to do anything? You know, how about if you, like, this is just a thought, like if you hugged it towards the rock, towards the backdrop, but like came out, made like a notch, and went up. You know what I mean? Like they cut
Like
into.
where I had to cut, where you had to cut away.
Yeah, yeah, maybe that.
The idea there is that it may have been a cut. I know, like, I don't know how they did it in the 30s or 40s, or this line probably would have been built in the 1880s and it's still in operation. But I know, like, there's places where you can drive, even in Oklahoma, where you can see where they drilled. You know, you can see the drill marks where they then put in explosives of some kind to blow away the rock face. You know, like every,
Right.
I don't know how far it is, but, you know, say 10 feet, every 10 feet, you've got one of these drill locations where they use to blow away and cut through for the highway. So I presume that they may have done that in a few places on railroads as well. I don't know. I haven't seen it on a railroad anywhere, but I just presume it exists somewhere.
It exists on your railroad.
And they may have done an entirely different style where they went into instead of down. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, you know, whatever.
Usually you see those bore marks on highway construction. It's where you'll see them most of the time.
Yeah.
Where interstate goes through a mountain pass or a mountainous area, and they're cutting both sides of the road.
Just don't fight it, Claude. Just stay that way.
But yeah, they do it on the railroads too. The sound and everything's screwed up today.
I'm not sure that I'm following.
Yeah, maybe if you share the video, Steve, that would be easier.
Just the strip. Yeah, I was noticing that too, what he's talking about. At the top,
Mm-hmm.
you rounded it over so it's sticking out further.
Mm-hmm.
Just go flat on there and come down. That'll give you more space too.
What's up, Container Man? Who's Bruce? Who's Bruce?
But if I wanted to plant a tree up there, how would I plant a tree? If it
Plant
goes
it where on the face?
on the top.
Like if you didn't have any flat spot to put a tree?
Well,
The trees don't need but a crack in the rock.
Yeah.
Here's my plan. Is there's several places in there where I'm going to cut the cardboard, and then I'm going to take the cardboard in and create a kind of crevice going diagonally across there so that it's not flat. I intentionally wanted to round it so that it had 3D depth, and then I would match that in. You know, in other words, the backdrop is going to be painted in the distance. And so I wanted something more 3D up there. And I guess I had a hard time thinking that if I didn't round it over, that it would look 3D. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't follow you.
I do. I think I do.
Yeah.
See if I can find a picture to show you.
You're talking about the shoe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's not much flat up there, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking maybe 2 inches up at the top that's rounded over. Yeah, I did that. And now I think I do want to push some of that in and make it like right now, everything's pretty much the same. I do want to push some of that in, and that's what there's a few places in there where I'm going to cut and then maybe glue up towards the top where it's closer and thinner, but I still wanted it to be rounded over.
So Waybill says you could cut the back of the tree off. You know,
I've seen that done before. I have considered that. I just don't know where I want to do it yet. I don't think it will work there because that's going to be sky.
Right.
I think it would look weird if I glued a tree to the sky. I think it would look weird if I glue a tree to other trees. I think that works well. I've seen that done well.
Yeah, I've never seen that. But like, just imagine if you just cut like the back part of it off and just had, the front part.
Yeah, I've seen that done. That works well, especially for like evergreen trees.
Right. Yeah, maybe
where they're bushy, kind of. Yeah, I plan on doing that in a few places. I just don't know where yet. I just don't think that it will work on the top of the mountain. Maybe the side. It's a lot of that's going to depend on the painting of the backdrop.
Here's the thing: build what you want to build, and then figure out what you.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I mean, you think of things, you build to what you need to build to, right? That's your strength, right?
Right.
And you figure out how to do it.
Yeah, just like I said in the video, I think 4 screws, the whole thing comes off as one unit. Well, maybe not one unit. I can't remember if I glued them to the track or not, but
yeah, kind of like that photo there.
This is that transition. This is that transition on the upper deck. And it's right against the backdrop. And you still can, now I came out some more than what you're coming out, but you could still do the same thing. Something else you were talking about, trees by the backdrop, any kind of trees that you get near the backdrop need to be right against the backdrop. Or the lighting needs to go behind the tree. Otherwise you get shadows on the backdrop.
You get weird shadows, yeah. Thanks, Steve.
I don't know what's up with Claude's thing, but now I'm echoed.
That's why you paint. Did we lose Claude?
Sounds like it.
That's weird.
Why am I echoed?
Why are you what?
I'm echoed.
I don't know.
All of a sudden. So you're not.
I think we got Claude, but no sound with Claude.
Hello.
That's why you paint the hill on the wall with flock. Don't worry, I will send you a video on how to blend limited depth. Okay. You want the backdrop and foreground to be one thing and blend not 2 different things.
But like I did in the mining district on mine. Try to match your foreground materials to your backdrop.
Yeah, I don't know why all of a sudden this is happening, but I'm not echoing now.
Maybe there's some settings associated with Claude as a moderator that when he disappears, like you no longer have echo cancellation.
Yeah, it's
something. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
Definitely strange.
Show's almost over. Hey, Steve Waybill, be cool if you could post that video that you're talking about.
Yeah, if you've got links and you can put them
in your community page. If you go to your community page and post that link, you can't post here, but if you post them on your community page,
or post them on the Back on Track,
post them on Back on
Facebook
Track
page, or
that would be easy too.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested.
Yeah,
which I think I understand what's trying to be conveyed to me. Maybe my execution of what I think is being relayed to me is just off, because I'm not hearing anything I haven't heard before.
Well, it's like when you were trying to do that turn back over there that I come and help you with, it's easier to be there and show you as it's explained than it is to do it here and for you to try and figure it out from that.
Right.
But it's still all about what you want on it. So, you gotta make it work for you.
On screen, if you're putting plaster over wrap a base, it's easy to work with. Yeah, I have considered doing that as well. There's so many different techniques, and I have wanted to get Steve on here as a guest just for that one reason, because he's got some really nice looking mountains on his layout. We just
Steve
never have Steve Sherrill or Sherrill. I'm not sure how he pronounces it, but he's got a real nice layout with nice mountains. I can't remember where I've seen him before. I think he's been a guest on another podcast in the past that I happened to find.
Yeah, so that's the link for Back on Track Facebook page. If you want to go over there and post your video links, that would be cool, so everybody can see it. I'm not echoing now.
Yeah, very strange. The gremlins in Claude's camera.
I think what Heath used to have, we got.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
but you're not
It's
echoing.
probably something with my phone. Who knows? It wasn't doing this last week on the ship.
yeah, that's probably right. It was probably Al's videos that I saw. Now that I think about it, that's I'm sure that's probably right.
But yeah, there's always a way to pull whatever you're trying to do.
Yeah, there's so many different ways to skin the cat, and everybody's got their belief system and their preferences, and everybody wants to push them off on you, and you can't do what everybody wants you to do.
Yeah,
you would literally be schizophrenic, right? If you took everyone's suggestions and tried to implement them, you would have to stop in the middle of this suggestion to start on the next suggestion, and then stop that suggestion so that you could begin, because that's just the way it is. And I keep all those things in the back of my mind, but when it comes down to it, I'm going to do what I think is going to be the best thing at the moment.
I think what you really need to do is see what you like, watch a couple of videos, see what you like from each one, do something your way and stick to it. Just refine it, just make it better and better and better and better.
Yeah.
Because if you keep trying somebody's, then you forget what you tried over here, 5 times ago, and it's like hard. Like if you just keep doing what you're doing and just refine.
But something can be said for. Now we've got a huge jet
all over the place. What the hell?
Your video got really crappy looking, but now you're clear. I don't know. Maybe it's sunspots.
That is weird. Because I changed nothing.
See, and you thought it was all my fault.
I didn't change nothing either. But
I don't know what it is.
When you talk, you're not echoing. But I hear.
I'm getting a terrible echo.
Yeah, he is. We're all echoing.
Background.
And I've got the echo cancellation clicked on mine. That's just weird.
See it, and I can click it or unclick it, and it doesn't make any difference.
Well, you sound fine now.
I forgot what I was going to say now. I had a point I was going to try and make, and I don't remember what it was.
That's all right. Must not have been that important. super quiet. Well, I ain't got much to say. These guys talk a lot, Container Man.
No, you're not echoing.
No, you're not echoing either.
Yeah, I am. To me, I am.
Not to me.
This is so weird.
Yeah. And like it doesn't sound like you're in a cave now.
Okay.
And nobody changed a single audio setting.
No.
No, the only one I've changed is mine.
I did go in and looked at mine, and now it changed again. Like it's changing on its own. Like echo cancellation I had crossed off, and now it's not. Reduce mic background, I had that checked. Now it's not. I don't know. I think StreamYards just does whatever it wants sometimes.
They're trying to get us to pay for the advanced thing.
Probably those bastards. We ain't buying.
I don't.
Find somebody.
I damn sure don't get it.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
I'm not touching anything else.
I mean, I'm just looking, and we've all got echo cancellation checked. See, mine went away now. I don't.
Yeah.
Claude's wasn't checked. I checked Claude's.
I just unchecked it though because it was still echoing, even with the cancellation on. It's not echoing now, is it?
I think all of us have to have it checked. I think if because we're monitoring through the same device that we're speaking through. At least you guys are, but I'm close enough to the device that the speakers will hit my microphone just like with you guys, so you have to have it if you don't want a terrible reverb all the time.
I'm just here for pool maintenance and yard maintenance. I know nothing else.
Yeah, Steve says everything's fine now. Don't touch anything.
Don't touch nothing. I'm not touching nothing.
I didn't touch anything. All of a sudden, it just bam, it hit. I don't get it.
I don't know. Oh,
it's okay.
See, and everybody thinks we're kidding about this. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there would be ways to work around it. All of us would have to have some kind of monitoring that had nothing to do with the microphone.
Yeah.
Because that's how you make sure you have no echoes and no weirdness going on, is that you can't get a feedback loop going between your monitors and your microphone.
Yeah, but if you don't know how to get rid of them, what good is this?
Well, I mean, that's just it. We would all have to put headphones on or have some kind of, wireless monitoring ability.
I think mine is all strictly in my phone. The camera and audio is all just the phone. Never had a problem with it before. And from time to time, it gets screwy. So I don't know. Because I'm not getting any, I don't have a speaker on the computer on or anything like that because it does bad feedback if I do that. So the only thing I've got is my phone going. And the only other thing I've got is I'm monitoring the show on the computer, but I'm not doing anything through the computer as far as camera and audio. But again, somebody smarter than me had to figure it out.
It's okay.
Yeah. We got 7 minutes. Now that we've got our audio problems worked out, what in the world are we going to do now?
So a couple buildings I'm doing for.
Oh yeah. Show us.
Yeah, a couple things. This is a grain dryer, and this is a Walter Surge bin for the grain dryer. The grain dryer fits under here, but I'm going to use it as a grain drying bin. But this was a booger to put together. I'll tell you, all this little stuff you had to it was a pain. This wasn't bad, this bottom part, but when I got to this part, all this here, that was a pain. These were a little bit of a pain, but it came out all right. It'll be in the back.
How many different segments did the round bin come in?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So they were hoops that glued together like this.
Well, you put all the hoops together, right? They're all pieces, right? They're all like, you can kind of see gaps, right? They're like about that big.
Oh
Each
yeah,
little
that's a
piece. They
pain.
make up six. There's six parts to each ring, and you glue them together. And then you got to glue them on top of each other. So, if they don't like totally line up, it's a pain.
Well, yeah, if you're
Yeah,
not perfectly round with each section,
Yeah.
that'd be
and
tough. Yeah.
they're not going to be.
No, they're not
That's
totally.
the whole
Like,
trick.
you could, what you thought was good, right? But once you start stacking them, then that's when you start, because you got to sand off the little nibs, right? So I tried sanding it flat, but
They don't give you any kind of former or anything on
no.
like a cardboard circle or something
Claude,
to glue those around.
this is Walter's, Claude. I mean, you barely get good instructions. Right? You barely get good instructions, but lots of gray putty. Nah, I'm not going to putty nothing, because then if I start puttying things, I'll start losing the lines of the
Yeah.
bin, and I don't want to sit there and chase it with a file or. I'm just fine with.
Well, and it'll weather a lot better if you have the gaps in there.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah,
weather
as long as you're happy with it, that's all that
Yeah,
matters.
that's all that matters. Looks good.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's like I said, it's going to be in the back corner. You're only going to see the front of it, really, and yeah, it's like it's not like going to be in your face. If you're
getting good instructions from Walters, that's a big step up.
yeah, so, I don't know. You would think that they would figure it out over the years and have some decent instructions, because if you go to the modeling world, in the military modeling world, you get books for instructions. They're like step by step detailed. Like the instructions are so well done in some of the military kits that, like, why can't Walthers do this? I mean, you're charging up for the kit. Like, this stupid kit was like $36.
Yeah, it is definitely an interesting question. The only thing I can figure is that maybe in the model railroad world, there's more kit.
I don't know.
Scratch builders.
Scratch building
you're
and
not
kit
going to
bashing.
scratch build a M1 Abrams, right?
No.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Not to say that there might not be some add-on pieces or some other equipment maybe you could scratch build. So therefore, because the community has a lot of scratch builders, we don't need no stinking instructions, right? We talk about it all the time. Oh, instructions?
Campbell's thinks that way, I'm sure.
Right.
But I don't know, but I'm sure there are some model builders, laser cut building guys that do provide decent instruction.
Yeah.
Like I think Michael McCarville just has good instruction. I've never bought one of his kits, but
I've got one, and I plan on building. It's probably be the first thing I do after the new year. My plan right now is I'm going to work on everything, what I'm calling workbench pass, up till the first of the year. And then I'm going to work on his building. I'm going to detail the grain elevator, and I'm going to work on some corrals. That's what I plan on doing through the winter. So I plan on doing a build series on his thing, and I will definitely let you know how well his instructions are. Yeah. It's 4 walls and a roof. You don't really need instructions. I'm not expecting them to be fantastic because they just don't need to be.
Well,
the more
having
complex
built many,
the kit, the better instructions you need.
Yeah, maybe on his more detailed kits, there's more instruction.
Having built a lot of Campbell kits, which aren't laser cut,
Mm-hmm.
and built a couple of laser cut kits are 1,000 times easier to put together.
Yeah.
And Campbell's instructions were never really clear. I mean, they are, but you got to read and read and read and read, because if they'll say something and you think you have it, and then you glue it together and go, well, crap, they meant this to go the other way, but they don't really say that. So it kind of screws you up. But that's our time, by the way.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we'll have to continue this the kit discussion. I like that.
Yeah, maybe next week we can talk more about kits. Let us know
Sure.
your favorite kits and what was easy instruction.
Yeah, and and while we're on it, if anybody has an idea for a topic of discussion between now and next Saturday, go to the Facebook page, throw it up there, and
Or
maybe
just
we can
comment in this video if you're not on Facebook. Not
yeah, or the video would work too.
Yeah, just let us know. We'll jump on anything.
Yeah, we run out of things to talk about. Have a good weekend, everybody. See you next week.
Everybody, have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.